I'm back with my random guides, and this one is a little bit late, but there's everything you need to know about skill perks and which ones to use in your Combat Master games in every game mode. I will also go through my own sets at the end of the video. Now, if you also need a guide on the weapon perks, I will do that as well. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. Skill 1 has only 4 perks, so let's go through them. Soft landing gives you immunity to falling damage, and as far as I know, you literally can't die to fall damage with this perk on multiplayer maps, including the Caribbean Tower, unless you're not full HP. It's not really useful for combat zone because you use parachute and paraglider, but if you're falling a lot from high places, it can be a good perk for you. EOD is 50% less damage from explosives, which is really useful in every mode, especially modes outside of combat zone, because explosives usually one-shot, and we all know everybody uses this, so having EOD and not dying to the explosive instantly is a good way to go. Quick heal is a really good perk, especially in combat zone. It's important to keep your health bar all the way up, and it can be useful in combat zone when you're low HP and somehow run away from the fight for a second to heal up, put your plates up, and literally get back to full HP in such a short time, and I definitely recommend it. And lastly, Predator. You can resupply your ammo after killing your opponents, which also gives you 20% health boost and a little bit of XP. Really useful for weapon grinding. I don't really think I would use it otherwise. Skill 2 also has 4 perks and is the most important skill. Overcharge allows you to carry 2 primary weapons, which is in my opinion a really strong perk for every mode. Just imagine running sniper SMG or sniper AR combo or even sniper shotgun in combat zone and being unbeatable at any distance, and also using some broken combos such as double sniper with insane fire rate if you're really good with the sniper. So yeah, it's a strong perk to use. Tempered allows you to get your kill chains with 1 less kill, so minigun would be at 6 kills and the nuke at 13, which is not really a useful perk because there are other perks that will allow you to get more efficient kills and still get the kill chains done. So yeah, extra lethal is especially cool for explosives such as impact grenades or normal grenades, so you don't just get 3 of them, you also extend the radius of your explosives, which annoys me the most. And lastly, sonar, which recently got nerfed. It's still really strong to use, and even though it pings opponents for just 1.5 seconds, it's still so good, and I fully recommend using this perk, especially for kill chains. Skill 3 has 6 perks. Parachute Master was added recently and it's my favorite combat zone perk. It allows you to deploy your parachute while still having your weapon equipped, and it's so strong for gunfights. It benefits a lot and you should 100% use this perk in your combat zone matches. Agile increases your crouch and zipline speed, but I honestly haven't seen anybody crouch walk in this game or even abuse the zipline that much, but it also doubles the sprint time in Premier League and Hardcore, which is so good. Whenever I run these 2 leagues, Agile is my way to go. Fully recommend that perk for them. Quick Swap allows you to switch between your weapons quickly, useful with Overcharge perk on. I won't talk about the grenade launcher reload speed though. Hunter is one of my favorite perks and definitely a good way to improve your movement while aiming down sights. It can be really strong and I recommend abusing it. Sprint Reload is really good if you want to run away from your fights faster while reloading your weapon, though I wouldn't recommend running this perk if you're not using a speed build or specifically a build that's not faster than sliding, so it really depends on your weapon build. And lastly, Power Throw. Pretty much all throwing knives will go further and faster. Darts are already broken when it comes to that, but for those of you who use other throwing weapons, definitely useful. We went through all 3 skills and I hope you guys understand them better now. What do I personally use? So for my speed build for every game mode that is not combat zone, I use EOD, sonar, and either hunter or sprint reload. It's usually hunter. I explained why, so there's no need to repeat that. On the other hand, for my combat zone loadout, I use quick heal, also sonar, that's if my loadout doesn't contain second and primary weapon, but it's usually overcharge, and lastly, parachute master. For weapon grinding, I would say predator, sonar, and the last one is not really a game changer, so it's totally totally up to you. And lastly, for leagues such as Hardcore and Premier, I would go for either Soft Landing or EOD, Sonar, and most importantly, Agile. I hope you guys can now decide which skill set to use, and if you did find this helpful, it would mean a lot if you can leave a sub or even a comment. I will reply to every comment, and that kind of support gives me more motivation to do this and upload more guides, so I'm really thankful. I will see you in the next video. Peace.